Alright, something a little different here today. Got this old shovel here. You know, it doesn't, oh, here goes my heater. Doesn't look that old, but actually it's 40 years old. You know, you can tell by the handle, the way it, the wood's kind of faded out and blonde and stuff. But it's a true temper, and it was made in the USA, you know. And it's a lightweight shovel, and Road Queen uses it. And like I say, it's 40 years old, and I changed the wear strip on it probably about 4 or 5 times maybe. And it's funny, you know, the rest of the shovel's beat to death, but the stickers on it are in perfect shape. But anyway, the last storm we had a lot of ice, and this thing took a real beating. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and weld this with this aluminum weld stuff, you know, this Aluminum Weld. I've never had any luck with it, but if it works on anything, it should work on something this thin. So, you know, I look on the internet, tried to get the same one, but you know, they're not available anymore. I found one similar. You know, it's only 18 inches, and like I say, it's light, and Road Queen likes it. But you know, it doesn't look like it's made that well. So I'm going to try and fix this one, and if I can't get that aluminum rod to work, I may even just reinforce this with steel and put a steel plate here and put it in, you know, clamp it in. So alright, let me take these rivets out here, and we'll see what we can do with it. I'm going to try to clean this up a little bit. This is some non-stick coating here. We'll get this off. Yeah, I don't know what grit this is, but it's very light. I'm hardly taking any aluminum off at all. Now let me finish this up. Alright, yeah, I cleaned it with lacquer thinner, and even a piece of aluminum here. I wiped it down with steel wool here, you know, to get rid of any oxidation that might have been on there. And what they say is clean this up with a stainless steel bristle brush here. I'm getting the insides here where they meet. So I haven't pulled it back so I can get the edges real good. So we're going to try and clean it as much as possible, you know, and I'm going to try and put it in there, push it in, and hold it in place without clamping it. Because if I put a clamp on it, it'll probably act as a heat sink. But if I can't, then we'll clamp it up. Alright, we're going to clean this up, and we'll see you over at the vise. Alright, yeah, you're supposed to heat the metal up, and then brush it with that. But it don't look like, to me it doesn't look like it's sticking. Now maybe that's a little better, yeah. I don't know. It looks like it might be working. That there looks pretty good. And actually, that there looks pretty good. Huh. Looks like it might be working. Let me shut my torch off here. Huh. Yeah, it actually looks pretty good. I'll turn it over and see what it looks like. I smelt that stuff burning underneath there. It's probably killing me. That non-stick stuff. Wow, this whole shovel's pretty hot. Alright, let that cool off and then we'll turn these back on. This side here looks better. But they both look like they're gonna hold. Alright. Yeah, what initially looked pretty good. I tried to move it a little bit here and it just cracked, so can you see that? Right here where my thumbs are at, between my two thumbs. So I'm going to wire brush this inside. Here's the back side. I'm going to wire brush this. And try to weld it from this side. And I think I might reinforce it with steel anyway after it goes, you know. Because I'm not all impressed with that crack right there, but you know, who knows. Maybe it's something I did. Alright, I'm going to do that. You guys don't have to see that, right? Alright. That brush is over here. I figure what the heck. If you don't want to watch it, you can just zip right through this, right? Alright. Let's try this again. Whoa! That actually looks pretty good, but who knows how well it's sticking underneath, right? I think that's how it's supposed to look there. We're going to give it a little extra. Alright, we're going to leave it at that. Let me shut my torch off here. Alright, we're going to leave it at that, and I hope it holds. Alright, this side came out a little better, and you know, it seems to be doing the job. You know, it's not cracking or nothing, but I tell you the truth, I'm not all that confident in it, to tell you the truth. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to reinforce it with steel anyway. You know, and that way it'll prevent it from cracking again. All right, let me figure out what I'm going to do with that, and then we'll turn these back on. All right, yeah, I found a piece of steel here that I could use to reinforce this. And what's nice about it is it's galvanized, which would make a difference. I mean, this shovel ain't going to rust away, and it's already got an angle on it here. You know, it's only 1/8 inch. It's only 1/8 inch thick, but it feels very strong. I can't bend it, so that's good. So I made a template of where I want to put it here, and it'll go through these 2 bolts here, and then I can put 2 bolts on the end, you know, and then one in the middle going through the back of the heavy piece of steel there. So that should do it. So let me lay this out, and we'll cut this piece of steel. All right, here we got that cut and filed, and I'm happy with it. Kind of looks like a Texas Longhorn, huh? 2 eyes, 2 nostrils, and the horns, huh? All right, now I got to bring it over to the vise and put a little contour in it so it sits flush with the shovel there. All right, I'll be back in a minute. Well, looks like the back of the vise almost has the same shape as the shovel here, so that'll be good. Whew, let me put my earplugs on here. I feel bad for you guys with headphones. Alright, sorry about that. It's actually pretty sturdy. Let's see what we got here. Oh, look at that. I'm liking that. Can you see that? Went on like it had eyes. Alright. Alright. Yeah, I took the handle out. The only thing holding that in was friction. You know, there's no screws or nothing. But never had any problem with that. So I knocked it out and found some carriage bolts here. But they don't have a square head on them. They have like a serrated edge on them. Round serrated edge. But that's what I'll replace instead of rivets. We'll put a nut and bolt on there and then beat the nut on so it'll never come off. Alright, let me do that, and then we'll get back to you. Alright, got all the bolts in now, and yeah, this thing is really sturdy. Unbelievable. And it's not all that much heavier. You know, there's only this little tiny piece of plate we put on there. But yeah, they're tight as I can get them, you know. The ones that were spinning, I grabbed from the back here with the little vice grips. You know, I'm gonna cut them threads off anyway, so I held that, and now I'm gonna cut it off and leave about 1/8 of an inch of thread, and I'm gonna smash it down with a hammer so that nut will never come off. So I'll show you one, and then I'll do the rest with ouches. Yeah, I just got a piece of round stock in the vise here, and it's hitting the bottom of the vise, so I can't move. And I just put that up there. Alright. I don't think that nut's coming off of there. Where you at? Right there. Yeah, nut ain't coming off of there. Alright, I'm going to do the rest of them nuts, cut them and put them on. But for now, we say we put a new blade on this thing. Alright, I was looking for some stock that I could use for the blade, and I had an 1/8 of an inch stock here. 1 inch, about 1 1/8. But I had this 2x2 angle that's 1/8 inch. And I think I'm going to use that. I think I'm just going to cut 18 inches off it and cut it down the middle here. And that way I might never have to replace this blade again. So I think that's what I'm going to do. Alright, we've got our piece cut here. Now I got to take these are just aluminum pop rivets. I think I might replace them with brass rivets and buck them in. So let me tear them out of there and we'll go from there. Alright, got the old wear bar off. Now we're going to have to clamp it on there and then drill all the holes. Here are the rivets I used last time and they work great. They held up real good. But I think what I'm going to do is use these brass ones. And because I have, might as well use them, right? Alright, let me drill some holes. I'll be back. What I did is the center hole here is lower than all the rest of them. So I put it there and marked it where that is, and now I'm gonna drill that, and then we can I'll put a nut and bolt in that and hold that in place. And then I'll do the two outside ones, put a nut and bolt in there, and then we'll blow holes in the other ones and then put rivets in. So let me mark this out here. Inside there. Alright. Every time I use this, everybody asks where I get that. There's a link in the description. I always leave a link for the tools I use. So if you want one of these, check it out. Alright, let's drill some holes. Alright. Yeah, I already put one in here. Where you at? Oh, there you go. There you go, up here. Alright, I already put one in up here. And working good. You know, rivets are strong. You know, they build airplanes with rivets, boats with rivets, bridges with rivets. Everything's built with rivets that they want to last and hold together. So I'm not worried about this. Alright. Let's put that in there. I'm going to try and hold this and put this in at the same time. This is my little air gun, my air chisel, and I'm using this as a bucking bar. So let's see what happens here. Yep, that's as strong as you can get. I lost control of the gun. I wound up putting a dent in my shovel. Ay, ay, ay. Now let's try that again. That's pretty good. I put the screws in here just to hold that in place. It's easier if you have help, but we'll do it. We'll manage. Alright. Yeah, it ain't going nowhere. Alright, let me finish putting the rest of these in. Alright. We're going to call this done. I'm happy with it. Got a new blade on there. Wear strip, I think they call it. And that ain't going anywhere. Nice flat. Even if these wear down to nothing, it's still held on because it's squeezed on there. It's squeezing inside that metal. So I'm not worried about that. The aluminum ones lasted, so I'm sure these will last. But and this will strengthen everything up. This thing's solid as a rock now. So, well, it lasted 40 years before we touched it this way. You know, we changed the wear bar, but it lasted 40 years. So if it lasts another 40 years, it'll outlast me. So, what do you say, guys? Enough of this? Alright, I'm going to take this in and throw it up, give you guys something to watch. See you in the next one. I can't wait for the next snowstorm so I can put Road Queen to work. Alright.